Jesus said, don't build a tower without first counting the cost, lest you get halfway up and you're unable to finish, and all who see you begin to mock you and say, this man began to build. No one began to build and was unable to finish. No one accidentally wins at anything. And you're not the exception. I don't like Dave Ramsey's advice. I don't give a crap. You're wrong.
We're spiking.
You have to do a written game plan with money or you're going to lose. Second thing is you got to get out of debt. Your most powerful wealth building tool is your income. And when you spend your whole freaking life giving your money to banks who fill up the skyline and have furniture nicer than yours, that makes you stupid. Get out of debt. When you don't have any payments, you know what you've got? Money. Do I care if you get out of debt? Yes, I want you to win. I want you to have a great life. But do I care if you agree with me? No. I don't care if you agree with me. If you don't agree with me about this money stuff, you're what's known as wrong. I've been doing this longer than most of my critics. They were peeing in their diaper while I was doing this stuff. They're wrong.
Why are we talking to little kids?
Maybe we should just kind of let that go. One of the conundrums of the lead TE I'm always fascinated by is they will be yelling and attacking people in the face and then wonder why they get some negative energy back.
I know.
Because it seems like the TE is so obsessed with, hey, your hair's on fire, this is the truth.
Yes,
so right. Who cares? Don't blame me how I'm saying it. Yeah. You're about to stick your finger in a light switch, and I'm yelling at you. What are you upset if I yell at you for?
Right.
You're about to do something so dumb on the spectrum and hurt yourself.
Right.
What do you care if I yell at you and call you stupid while I'm trying to help you?
I saved your life. You almost drove off a cliff.
Yeah. Why am I the fucking bad guy?
I mean, you run $100,000 through a stupid credit card to get a free airline ticket. Give me a break. With what you overspent, you could have bought 10 airline tickets. And all in the name of, I'm racking up points. I'm beating it. You're not beating anybody. They're a multi-billion-dollar company. They've done so many behavior studies on you based on your zip code and your demographic. They know what kind of bottled water you drink, fool. They're tracking you. Every movement you make on the web is being followed with web analytics. They know exactly what you're doing. No, this is not a conspiracy theory. They are better at marketing than you are at living your life, and they're selling you so much crap you're broke. And you're playing their game. You're playing Citibank's game. What's in your wallet? I'll tell you what's in my wallet. Money.
With the thing that'll get me triggered is like, hey, can you talk more about what are they doing? Are they tracking me? Me and my ENFP buddies, we all want to know. How bad are they tracking us?
And he's super calm with that. He's like, duh, obviously they have a game trapping your ass. You know they're tracking you, idiot.
I'll see the double observers do that, but they'll get into some conspiracy thing and they'll be like, oh, by the way, this isn't a conspiracy. Who fucking cares?
Yeah, right.
There's even though there is kind of a conspiracy, like how insane the tracking has gotten. Not to bug out here for a minute.
But the double observers know this.
They're like, sure.
Duh. It's never not in my consciousness. I'm like, yeah, I know.
He quickly turned the information of what they are doing to your doing and you're doing and they're doing and they're better than you and you suck. Right. Something like that.
That would be the thing to be more scared about.
Right.
Now you're dumb.
So taking legitimate observer freakout fears and quickly turning the language into you, me, doing.
Normal in America is broke and stupid. You don't want to be normal. You want to be weird. One of the greatest compliments you can get on this show is if you call up and I say, man, you're weird. I'm looking at weird people. You guys are weird, which means that you're contrary. You are a contrarian. You are perpendicular to the culture. When the culture has lost its way, the best thing you can do is be opposite. Figure out whatever they're doing and do the other thing, right? Because you're only going to get what they're getting when you do what they're doing. This is not hard to figure out.
Do what they're
doing. If you keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to keep getting what you've been getting. You do reap what you sow. You live in a cause and effect world, baby. There's no way around this.
No way around this.
Right, because I've seen the spectrum of how it works.
So little contradictions there. You need to go against the tribe. So how is he not an IP? He says don't do what everybody does.
No, he's talking about them. This isn't a conversation about himself.
Yeah.
You doing.
Got his finger in everybody else's face.
You. I would guess there's only one function this guy could possibly have at the top.
We definitely could narrow down that.
Narrow down before we go on to the second part of the class.
This would be a good example of some good advice to ignore, and that is if you really want to study typing, if you take it one step at a time and start with, let's say, TE, he would be a good icon of TE not hiding underneath a bunch of other stuff. This is TE in a very pure form. Right. So, and then also EJ in a very pure form. There's so much bait to talk about observer shit, and he's just jumping right over it and going after the you, me stuff.
Right. So if you're looking for DE versus DI, this is not him obsessively talking about his own self, his own perspective, me. He's in everybody else's business, and he's giving advice to to everybody else, being in everybody else's business, which means a lot of times those that are constantly giving advice, most of the time they have blast above consume. The advice givers. I want
That's really good.
I want to pull from my bag of information, and I want to beat you, the tribe, over the head with this bag of information. Advice givers, usually coaches, those that sign up to be coaches, are oftentimes double activated blast. And they're like, oh, people are always asking for my help. I'm like, people ask me for my help all the time, and I'll be like, yep.
We have to begin with the end in mind. It's called being a grown-up. You have to look at the situation and go, there's no possible way a sane individual is going to make that decision. But the thing is that we're not sane when we're making half the decisions because we're operating on about a 4-year-old level, meaning we impulse our butts off. I'm tired. I didn't want to cook tonight. Let's go out to eat. Let's go out to eat. We got to go out to eat because I'm tired. I work hard. I'll call the WAMBULANCE. We all work hard.
I was waiting for that.
I'm sorry.
It's like this. Google got it.
If you'd have followed me around the last 6 days, you'd be in the
There it is.
hospital, some of you. We all work hard. Wah. Wah. You poor little thing.
Okay, hold on. Google caption got it. I want to see if I got it.
Wow.
Wham. Tell me spell check is like, yep, you got it. Oh my God.
It
yes.
knows Wambulance.
It is a real word. It is a fucking.
Oh, yes. Please have a Wambulance.
Oh,
yes!
Observer time.
Crybaby response.
Yes.
Millennial snowflakes at Cowcase Mobile Crying Post.
Oh my
All
God.
liberals welcome.
Oh my
Coloring
God.
books and crayons are
I need to
mine.
rent this van. Holy fuck. Is this legal? I think I found something that my consume wants to do for me. For me! So shut the fuck up. I want to do this for me. I haven't got anything for myself in a long time.